I'm getting a little low on fuel. Let's see my fuel gauge right there. I need to top off. Dad had to go back and fix a part on his combine, and then he's getting fuel, and there's still quite a bit left of this pea field here. I just ran out of trucks. This is enough truck to fill up the bin before the bin's got to get moved. So the moral of the story is, or bottom of the story, the result is, I got to go home to get fuel. Dad's going to come back and keep cutting these peas, but I'm going to switch to lentils because we got to move the auger to another pea bin. So we might just fill a couple trucks with the rest of the peas, and then I start working on the lentils, and then we'll move the lentils in a bin, and then move that auger to another pea bin and continue with the pea operation on the other side of the farm. Did that even make sense? I don't think it did. There we go, full fuel. So, grab a couple things, let's head to the lentil field, and let's see if we can get more than 10 bushel an acre off those lentils. I'm hoping for 15. 15, I've heard guys say, oh, it looks like a 20 bushel lentil crop. But we had a storm, I think I lost a couple on the ground, but we got 20. Oof. It's only 150 acres, but still, oof. It'd be awesome. Some seed for next year. Let's get this combine lentil ready. So, first thing, let's get the header ready. This isn't a flex head, so I gotta take advantage of all the options I have. And one, to get this cutter bar down as low as we can go, I'm gonna raise every one of these skid shoes up a little bit. That'll let me take this header and put it down closer to the ground. So I'll go through and change all that. And the next step, we gotta change the configurations of the combine itself. This is our rotor speed. So we've got first gear, second gear, and third gear with 2 neutrals in between. I'm gonna put it in second. Right there, okay. All right, I believe it's in second. The pre-sieve is right here. Headed, set on slot number 3 while doing the peas. I'm just gonna change to slot number 2 for this. We'll leave it right there. Oh, let's see, combine settings. Let's go ahead and gauge the separator. All right, good, we got speed, we're in gear, let's rev her up. So let's run the rotor up to about 750 or so. Yeah, that's fast. Who wants a belt-driven rotor? Yuck. You just tap a button, uses hydraulics, and it can run right up there. All right, fan, let's drop this down to 850. We don't want as much fan because these lentils are a lot smaller. Concave, we'll set the gap at 20. Rotor's a little out of balance, as you can see. Everything's shaking. Upper sieve, actually no, we want that at 15. Whoops. Lower, let's run this down to 9. I think that's all we got. That should do it. I was given a cheat sheet by a neighbor. I asked him, I said, what do you guys run for lentils? He said, use these numbers. Okay, we'll try it. Well, I think we're ready. Looking across, I still feel like I see a little bit of green under the ripe canopy of the lentils. I'm sure it's the stems. I know that can be a problem. They come up the front of your cutter bar. Well, let's give her a shot. We'll do a moisture check. We'll see what the lentils look like. If their moisture checks out right, then we'll just keep rolling. If it looks a little wet, we're gonna have to let them sit a day or two. But we want to get these done because we're in the area. Some already shoveled on the ground in the last wind, so it'd be really nice just to get these in the bin while they can. There's only 150 acres. Just get it knocked out. And here we go.
Heading to the top of the bin to see exactly how full we're getting. I know we're close. And I don't know if it's gonna fit this full truck, but we'll try to see if we can get it in there. Oh, it's full. There's about a foot left in there. Yeah, I'd say about a good foot, 12 inches to finish it off. It'll be tight, and we'll get it full. All right, I crawled up to the top, looked inside, and just a few inches on this side over here that from the top, and about 10 inches on the other side. I think it's full enough. And then we'll move it to a smaller bin because there's not that much more peas left over, so yeah. It's Wiggles! He's here to help us out a little bit. There we have it. Kind of made a mess a few times around here, so we're cleaning this up.
Well guys, I just got going. It's pathetic. Oh man. 2 to 5 bushel an acre. A lot of the pods are already on the ground. I'm looking. That storm kicked a chunk of them out. And this header's just not really equipped to run lentils. You know, we really need an air reel and a flex head, which we have neither. So, I think it's gonna be a complete, absolute failure. Lentils, not a good fit here. Not until we get rain and get better equipped with some combines that, it's not combines, headers that can run this. I don't know how to get it in the header. I mean, I literally have it slammed, tipped forward as far as it can go. All the skid shoes, I took them off. I just took them off because they're just in the way. It doesn't matter how, they're such a pain to adjust anyways. Most of them are bent anyways, you can't even get them the right adjustment. So I just took them off, slammed the header all over the ground. We're scraping metal on the ground. And I'm still, I mean, they're just lentils all over the ground down there. The reel, I slow it down to a crawl, hoping I don't disturb the lentils and beat them off. And still a pile of lentils on the back. I speed the reel up, trying to see if I can bat them in. Still lentils, so I don't know. I'll keep playing with it, but good thing it was only 150 acres and not 1,500 acres. Should have grown peas here. Should have been peas. Lentils was a bad idea. Well, sadly, guys, I think this might be an insurance claim. I don't know. I've tried. I called some buddies, see what they said. They said cut at an angle, so I'm just trying to go down at a sharp angle. The idea is lentils won't pile up on a certain spot of your cutter bar. It'll flow down evenly and hopefully get in. I got the reel back all the way. It's fairly slow, just enough to wipe the cutter bar. I can slow it down even more, but quite a bit's getting shelled out, and it's just so short. I mean, the cutter bar, I think, is right in the middle of the pods. And I mean, this is literally what I'm looking at. 1 bushel, 0 bushel, 1 bushel, 0 bushel. Well, I mean, that's not paying for the combine to go over it. So we might want to switch back to peas. I'll make some phone calls. I'll talk to my dad and brother and make a call on this, but it's just, yeah, it's rough. I don't know, we'll see if it picks up, but so far, 2 bushels about the most I've seen. Got a little teeny bit back there. Well, I've hit some 6s and 7s over here, so we've hit a little bit heavier lentil ground. So I guess I have some acres to cut now. So we'll just go through all this and see how it goes.
Here, I'll take that. Yeah. Bye, Brad. Now there's a big tree back there. You're probably wondering, wait, you guys have trees? Yeah, I know we do sometimes. Wind blew pretty hard a few days ago and it broke down a big branch that was on one of the trees out in front of the road. So I stuck it over here, and I didn't think we were going to use any of these bins. Well, we're going to use like maybe 2 or 3. So I had to shove those a little bit further back. Anyways, we'll clean them up later. But for right now, they're out of mind, out of sight. Actually, they're in sight now, so. But not a priority. Priority is to get that truck over here to dump the back hopper, because that's what's left in it, and get it ready for whoever needs it next. Sound good? All right, me too. I agree. I like it. Sweet. Okay, let's unload it.
hopper's empty. Went ahead and completely dumped those little bit of lentils we had in one of those spare old Dodge trucks, and I got this thing set back up for peas, and we're heading back to peas. We're just gonna keep working on peas. Well, that's too bad. Be nice if those lentils did a little better, but that's okay. We'll move on to peas, get that taken care of. We got a lot of peas left to cut, so we might as well just focus on that. And then when that's done, we'll come back and then drag the headers and the lentils and see what we can get in the combines. But for now, I'm just gonna go back to the office a bit, grab a little bit of food and some refreshments to get back out in the field. And I got a buddy here with me, and he's hungry too, so let's take care of that. This here is Maverick. Hi, Maverick. Yeah, I know. I love you too. Maverick is an American Brittany. He's about 1.5 years old. He's been on the farm for, well, about a year. And Kobe is in the combine at the moment, getting fed popcorn probably. And Maverick's gonna get something better. And that brings us to our video sponsor, Sundays, food for dogs. Sundays is an amazing dog food that is made from 90% meat, 10% vegetables, all natural. It's air dried, so that way it doesn't go bad. So you don't have to put it in the refrigerator, you don't have to put it in the freezer. It'll last. And it's not for me, you guys are thinking. Nick, no, it's not. I bet it tastes great, but it's not for me. Human grade food though. This Sunday, food for dogs. And this is Maverick's first experience with it, and he loves it. Don't you, buddy? We're excited to give this to Maverick. He's a high energy dog. This dog runs more than he should. He probably averages 5, 10, 15 miles a day if we let him, or more, just chasing birds in the fields all day long. Running back and forth between the farmyards, going to Legarm's house to play with Legarm's lab Howie, back to my parents' house, the farmyard, to play with Pete, Patch, and Kobe, and then he's back at our house at night. And we can't get any weight on him because he just burns so many calories. So we're excited to get him this high quality food. Hopefully we'll pull more weight on him, give him the energy he needs, because he's not slowing down anytime soon. And when he does slow down a little bit, then I'll get him in the combine cab. Here's my food. You can get 50% off your first order if you go to sundaysfordogs.com/Welker or use the code Welker at checkout, or go to the link in the description below. You ready, bud? Hey, Maverick, ready? Let's go. I never thought it'd feel so good to be back in peas again. 20-some bushels an acre. Ha, life's great. But this isn't worth $20, $30 a bushel. It's worth $7.50. Like lentils, which are worth, well, last I heard was $35, $100. So what'd that be, like 20-some dollars a bushel? Might not be that high now, but yeah. That's why there's motivation to grow lentils. There's a lot of money there. If you can get a stand on them to cut them next year. All right, just finished dumping in the truck. Dad just finished the pass right there. He'll dump in the truck. We're finished with all the peas east of the interstate. So now we gotta head across the interstate, go to the land over there, 500 acres where it needs harvested. Guess let's make the main voyage across the bridge.
Well, we're gonna head across the interstate that divides some of our west land from the other side. It goes north and south. We got to go over an overpass with 45-foot headers. They did some work on that overpass, changed it a little bit. I think it's for the better. We had to jockey to try to get around the railing along each side, but I think they redid that, so hopefully it's going to be easier.
Oh, there we go. Just like that. Across the interstate. On blast of our peas. A couple big fields over here. Really nice, clean, no weeds. It's amazing. Amazing what happens when the herbicide that you put down has the correct amount of moisture in the spring to activate it, and it just controls all the weeds. It's night and day compared to last year, so this is wonderful. So we'll keep working on this. We won't get this all done today, probably Monday. Today's Saturday. And then we'll be done with peas, and then switch into winter wheat probably. Though there is some spring wheat that's right on the edge, but now that we've determined lentils are going to put on the back burner, and we'll figure that out later. Winter wheat's probably the first up after this, so we'll see. It's, you know, a couple days can change things pretty quick. We'll keep checking on it. But machines are running great. Combines are just fantastic pea machines. It's like these machines were made to just be for peas. They do such a good job. Probably because they were made for soybeans too. A lot of soybeans that run through these kind of machines, but man, they do a good job with these peas. Love it. All right, let's keep on combining. Well, I reckon day number 5 is about in the books. Got a full load back here. Dad and I should have enough to top the truck off. It is right there, and we're going to drive it home. Call it a night. So, tomorrow, day 6, we're going to chunk these peas done. Feeder chain bar just broke. I got a rock in there. I don't know exactly what happened, but we're gonna find out. But I looked up under there and I can see part of a feeder chain hanging down in the rock trap. So that means it's broke. So we got to find out where and how bad, and is it fixable, and do we need a new feeder chain? And hi, Rose. She's my buddy today. All right. Well, let's get this header unhooked. I went ahead and just put it on kind of a high spot here. It's easier to get mated back up to the combine. So we'll just drop it right here on this flat spot. PTO's got to come off, hydraulics got to come off, electronics got to come off, unhook the main latch. I think that's it. She back right out. All right, first inspection from the front. Chain's on all the spots, it's 4-chain. It looks a little crooked here. That chain looks turned. But when I go and look, there's a rock right there. That broke, look at that. That's part of the rock that did it. That's a fresh break right there. See that? That's the old side, that's the new side. So that's what's shaved off. So that rock is the culprit that did it. We look up under here, you can see the chain wrapped around underneath part of the rock beater. So that's how I know it's it's bad. So I don't know where it broke, but we got to take these covers off. So I'll pull all those off. I guess the tension to the chain doesn't really matter now that it's broke. But leg arm's just pulled up, and we're gonna start the process of feeding this chain out, inspecting it, seeing if it can be repaired, or if we just gotta get a new chain. I thought these chains were pretty new. We put these in no more than 2 seasons ago.
Kobe has just seen some, they're baby antelope. Is that what they are? Or are they coyotes? They're a little ways away. Whoa, he's getting excited. Holy smokes. They're coyotes. You want to go see? Do ya? Okay, here we go. There he goes. Oh, he's running his heart out. Oh, all this time so far at harvest, and he finally gets to get out and run. He's the only one. I'm not anxious to get out and run. It looks like the coyote gave him a slip. Yep, he's jumping around trying to look. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? All right, for an old guy, he still got enthusiasm. Okay, he just got back. He's stepping on his tongue. But I think that's a happy smile. What do you think, Kobe? Ready? You want to get in? Good job, Kobe. Chased them away so those cows didn't bite my tires.
It tore it all apart. We're not going to be able to fix that, Nick.
You don't think we have any pieces we could splice together? How's the link look? Oh yeah, look how wore that is.
I don't think we must have kept the chain back in it when we fixed the shaft.
That might be the original chain. I don't know. I thought this chain was only 2 seasons old.
Well, that's what I thought too, but...
Well, let's take the covers off. Let's take a peek inside. If we get the chain out, if we can get it out here, we can decide if we want to take it all the way in or not. Here's the damage. Yeah, it broke all over, links all over. The whole chain's destroyed.
Can we get it out is the question.
It's binding, but if I can get it broke loose on the bottom and get the bottom to lay down, we might be able to slide that out. Let me see if I can pry some of these loose. It's tight. I think I gotta cut this link. I don't know where the seam's at. Wait, no, it's broke right here. It broke here, it broke down there, it broke over here. So I just gotta pry on it. We'll see if we can. Oh, right there, that tooth right there. I also can take apart, I need to take apart a couple of these feeder bars off. So what I'm thinking, it's broke in all kinds of different places, the chain's toast. It's wore too. But if I get a couple of these bars off, I get the chain to relax. So if I get some of these bars off, because we have an angle grinder,
Right.
and I can cut these chains, but it's gonna have sparks everywhere, and it's just a...
We don't have a...
So rather than starting a big old fire, we're trying to do this by just taking it apart. See, that chain is not broke. That's gonna be a problem. I'll take this bar off, this will give some slack to this third chain. The link is in here somewhere. The problem is it doesn't line up to where all the breaks happened at, so you literally have to take off every bar, and trying to rotate this right now is near impossible. So it's got to be cut. I don't know how I'm going to cut that backside. So what we're thinking, this last chain has got to go. It's still connected, it didn't break. The 3 broke, 4th one didn't. And I don't know where the link's at. We can't turn it to get the link, so I'm going to take the grinder and hopefully not start a fire to wet all this down in here. And I'm going to try to grind off this riveted end of this pin, this roll pin or this roller chain, and we can try to push the pin out. And if I get this link apart, then this whole thing will slide down. There we go. Okay, that's off. All right, so let's take the tension off. Drop that down. Like, there's one. There's the other. Okay, so the top is still kind of hooked in some areas. So I'll have to kind of help the top feed, I think.
I don't think so, Nick. We got the top out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it's caught right here a little bit. I just gotta watch my fingers. Yeah, it's caught up here, Scott. Try to get it in there. Okay. There you go. That worked. Except we need a new one of these too. Oh, it's all bundled right here. There you go. Okay, chain's out. We'll inspect up there a little bit just to make sure there's no more parts we need. And then I'm gonna shut this down. It's Sunday, of course. It's always on a weekend. Sunday. That's why it happened. Should have been in church. I know better. Anyways, we'll get parts tomorrow. Get her going.
That's something else. There's 2 deer and 3 antelope running together. What do you think, Kobe? Usually they'll kind of hang somewhat in the area, but they're actually running together. The deer ran over the antelope, and then they both, all the group just jogged off, and they're just together up on the hill there. So haven't seen that too much where they're comfortable with each other. Usually they don't pay attention too much. So, interesting. You find that very endearing? He loves the wildlife, or the wild side of life.